Well, hello, this is Dance Man Robin here. We're going to show you a little video on how to do whips. Remember the other day at our Oaks Park Let's Dance Portland event, we did some whips, but I was telling you there's so many, and I'm going to make a couple points first of all. One, the West Coast swing is a very complicated thing. When you know a whip, you don't know all the whips. There's a lot of different whips. And really important to know is that Batman really wasn't the superhero, Robin was. So I got all that clear for you. All right, so I've taken the whips and tried to make them as simple as I can because there's many types of whips. They can be done in 6 beats, 8 beats, or even more where you repeat a part of the whip. But I think of them again as Legos. There's ways to get into the whip, pardon me, and there's ways to exit the whip. And so I'm going to give you 3 categories today. First of all, what I call closed whips, which means you're going to go to closed dance position, which we call position 4, or in the music 1, 2, 3, and 4. And at 4, you should be facing each other over right shoulder. Then I'm going to do open whips, which means you're going to open and stay in basically a 2-hand hold or a 1-hand hold open. And then we're going to do the other whips that are going to be where you turn your back, but you're going to end up going back to closed dance position. Anyway, so we're going to go closed dance whips, and then there's a bunch of exits, so we'll start with that. And by the way, today I have Clarinda with me here, and you can see we're in my little dance studio at my home, so there's a lot of little messy stuff, including the mirrors. You're going to see us in the mirror, but that means you get to see all the sides of us. So the first whips, again, I call closed whips. Regular whip, we go 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And this is what I mean by closed. We end up back in closed dance. We exit by opening up. We close up. We release her. And then we anchor. So again, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's what we call a regular whip. Now we've got exits. The first one was we center out. Second one, we bring the hand up in between us. And again, I call that an inside exit. So when I get to 4, the hand's here and the lady's going to go back on my right side. An outside turn, 1 and 2, 3, and we'll stop here. I want to make sure I take this hand and I ask her to step down line of dance, and then I raise my hand, and then I ask her to turn down the line of dance. So she's going right back to where she started. 1, 2, 3, and 4, open 5, close 6, anchor 7 and 8. The other day I showed you, let's go this way just a little more. I showed you a walk away, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. We turn sharp on the 5, and I'm over beside the lady. We can walk as much as we want, as long as we're in 2-beat increments. Usually when I get here on about 5 or 6, I'll release her into our 7 and 8 anchors. So it looks like this. Let's go this way again. It is 1, 2, 3 and 4, sharp 5, 6, release 7 and 8. And then I usually kind of scroll away or move away to stretch. Another exit would be behind the back. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I change there. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let me see if I can do that one from this other angle. In fact, let me do 3 of those. Let me do a regular whip. 1, 2. I bring her to me. I open and I close. I open up. I inside turn. All right. I go here. I do a hand change behind the back and exit it. All right. So the second one is what I call a reverse whip. And again, she's going to turn her back like I'll do this. I'm starting like an underarm pass, and then I'm going to cut across and go to closed dance. So it's this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. See where I end up still in 4. I exit the same way. 5, 6, 7, and 8. From there, I can do inside, outside, walk away behind the back. So I go 1, 2, 3, and 4, walk 5, 6, release 7, and 8. So you see from a regular whip or a reverse whip, I can do all of those same exits and we end up in position 4. The third one in the closed dance whip idea, I'm going to go to right, and again, I'm going to ask the lady to turn around. And again, here we are in position 4. I can exit the same way where it's a regular exit. Inside, outside, walk away, or behind the back. All right, so let me make sure the ladies, the followers, understand this. If you stay framed up to your arm, when we bring you forward and we send that arm over here, it turns you around, and then you do the rhythm of the dance. So if I were leading you in that whip, I'm going 1, 2, I'm sending the hand, so you're going to go 3 and 4, and you're going right back through your follow, and then waiting for the exit. So those are the closed dance, regular reverse, where you go like a leader under and bring her back. Inside's where you go right to right and you turn around, reverse into, again, closed dance position. The whips that I call an open whip would be like a hustle whip. So we go 1, 2, 3, and 4, walk 5, walk 6, 7, and 8. And you can see I've got to widen my hands a little bit like a hustle, like if I bring in a lady by in a regular two-hand hustle move. So it gives me a chance to frame her up 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So you see, let's go this way a little bit. So you see I can do a turn, I can do several turns, and I can do them with the left hand or the right hand. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, walk 5, 6, 7, and 8. So there's several variations off the hustle. Again, almost every whip, you can have a regular exit, you can have an outside turn or an inside turn, and when you're in a two-hand hold like that, it could be with your left hand or your right hand. This whip I really like. I've heard people call it different things. To me, it's an open whip with an outside roll. So what I'm going to do is go 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I believe somebody's called it a car wash. Some call it I won't even say it. So we go 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So you see we're kind of brushing our backs or the farther area of our body. That's why it was once called that. Okay? So you have the inside whip into closed. You have the two-hand hold. I think I got one more for you. A single hand. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Some people call that an open whip or a one-hand whip. And really the practice that's really good for both of you is you're working on, again, the rules of, again, framing up, doing your footwork, but this is also thinking about flashlighting. So when I stay here, see where we're both facing each other, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So those are the open whips, and again, there's many of them. Then I had my specialty whips, and most of you know what's called a lock whip or a basket whip. Come this way a little bit. And again, I'm going 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. The follow is going forward and back. And remember your rule, ladies, follows. You go in the direction you're led until you're stopped, you're redirected, or you run out of space. Let's do it the other way. So in this case, when the lady goes forward, right here, she's going to feel a place where she runs out of space going forward because of her arms. That's when then she's going to ground herself, anchor, and do her walk out of it into an anchor. So she literally feels like she runs out of space forward, and then she walks back. In that lock whip, we can do other turns. So we get exits, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I lift and I ask her to turn outside. Okay, come this way again a little bit. Also off of a lock whip, right here, again, I can do my outside turn. Okay, let's see, what else do I have for you? Let's do a towing. A towing means, for me, come this way again, sorry. I'm going to really literally walk when I go 1, 2, I'm going to put her on my shoulder, 3 and 4, walk her back 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I can do my walks and triples, but for me, when I do that whip, called a towing whip, I usually just walk to the rhythm of the music. All right, one more for you. So I did 3 closed, 3 open, and 3 special whips. This is what I call a behind the back whip. I'm going to bring her to me, and I'm going to do a hand change by going 1, 2, 3, and 4, regular exit, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Same whip, come here a little bit, please. Going 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that one is a behind the back whip. So here's kind of a fun combination by doing a hand change. So if I do this 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So you see I did a hand change there, and I did, again, a reverse whip with the other hand. I'm going to show you that one more time because I think it's really cool. So I do, this used to be in my world early, it was called a cut-in whip. So you go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if I take this hand over the top, Remember my reverse whip, I was doing it with this hand, but with this hand, I just ask her to turn around, take it over my head, and again, it's just a reverse whip done with the other hand. All right, this is Clorinda, I'm Robin. If you want to check out the YouTube channel, dancemanrobin.com, this video will be on there. If you look at letsdanceportland.com, which is our other website, the video will be on there. And I believe that Mr. Brad is going to put it out as an email on our regular Let's Dance Portland information that we send out to you. Again, enjoy this. Look at the video again. This is a way for me to try and let you know there's at least 9 or 10 whips in there. And then there's a whole bunch of different exits to them. Good luck, have fun, happy whips to you.